Whew, that was an intense 5 minutes. What's going on, Vetted family? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm gonna show you how you can get rid of back pain in just 5 minutes. All right, I'm gonna do this whole sequence with you guys so you can just follow along straight with the video. We got 10 moves, 30 seconds each. Should take about 5 to 8 minutes total. All right, so starting this one off, we're gonna do the revolving chair pose. Okay, so feet together, knees together, hips are gonna shoot back, thumbs up. You're gonna reach your hands up into the sky, and here we go, 30-second hold right here. So this one here is gonna activate your hip flexors and your entire back musculature. We're getting our legs squeezed together, so our internal hip rotators are also squeezing. If your back cramps, great. We're trying to turn it on all the way. So keep holding. After this, we're gonna transition to one side or the other. Just a little bit longer here. We got 3, 2, 1. Hands come into a prayer. You're gonna pin your elbow on the outside of your knee and then rotate that torso. 30 seconds here, guys. So now we are working on getting different parts of our core involved. We're getting a nice stretch on one side of our lower back and obliques, and we are engaging the other side. On this one, you wanna try to really keep your hips in line, pinned back. You'll notice, like for me on this one, my left hip's gonna wanna come forward. So that was about 30 seconds right there. Now we're gonna just rotate into our other side here. So same idea, pin that elbow on the outside of the knee, pull your head and chest up, and try to reach up toward the sky. I'm keeping my hips pinned back here, legs are still squeezing together. Let's say you can't reach all the way across, you can just go to about right here. That's totally fine. So we got about 5 seconds or so left here, guys, and then we're gonna transition into a passive low lunge. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna come down, one knee down, we're gonna go hands on the hips for this one. Drive your hips forward. I'm squeezing this glute back here, standing up tall, showing good posture. Here I'm getting a nice stretch on my hip flexors and a little bit of passive engagement on these hip flexors here. You can pin your toes up or you can let that down. We are going to transition into an active low lunge next, so you are going to need that back foot planted in just a few seconds here. Breathe slow, 3, 2, 1, and now let's go into our active lunge. So reach that back foot up. You want to try to stay close to the ground, so just reach it up just like so. Now I get an even crazier stretch on the front of my hip here, and even more activation for my hip flexors and quads here. Still showing good posture. I'm trying to reach that back heel through the wall behind me as much as I can. That's gonna help lengthen my calf and my hip flexors even more. A lot of the times the hip flexors get tight, they pull on the lower back. So that's what we're doing here, just getting rid of that. And let's transition to the other leg in 2, 1, come down, let's switch legs. Same sequence here, starting off with the passive low lunge first. So once again, squeezing this back glute, driving the hips through, showing good posture. Nice controlled breathing. This one should be more of a relaxing stretch sensation here.
He touched the ground! He did it! That's awesome. All right, now we're ready. So come on up.
Getting ready to transition into our active lunge. We're gonna plant the back toes, and let's transition in 3, 2, 1. Back leg comes up. Once again, guys, trying to really stay close to the ground. This is one of the most strenuous ones in our sequence, but I promise you, your back will feel better after we complete this. Just fight through it. Reaching that back heel through, breathing slow, keeping majority of your weight on that front leg there. Lots of squeezing in the hip flexors. And we're gonna transition into our inchworm movement in 2, 1, and come down, relax. Now we're gonna plant our hands, set up like a downward dog stretch up onto the toes here. Drive your head through. This one is to activate the hip flexors more and stretch the posterior chain. So I'm gonna raise my heel up, walk my other foot in, get them even, let my heels drop, feel that nice stretch. Now we'll do the opposite side. So opposite toes up, foot comes in, get them even, heels down. And just like that, we're gonna do this for a total
about 30 seconds. If you'd like to continue this one and do it for a little bit longer, that is fine. Once you get to the point where your knees have to bend, walk it out and repeat. Find a nice solid tempo for this one. Try not to rush through it, okay? So we're almost done here. We're going to do about one more round, and then we're going to go into our isometric hip bridge. All right, guys, now we're going to go to our next one, into our hip bridge. So coming down, glutes on the floor. We're going to be doing a 30-second hold for this one. So feet set hips width, arms out to the side, engage your core, drive your hips up, and squeeze. And we're just going to hold, okay? So 30 seconds, here we go. And ideally, what you want to do is just see over time, can you squeeze your butt even harder and harder? A couple cues that I really like to think about: gas pedaling the toes through the floor, thinking about driving your knees over your toes. We'll get those hamstrings on a little bit more, and then just squeezing the glutes as hard as you can. Keep going, we're almost there. And let's go into our side plank next in 3, 2, 1. We're just gonna do a level 1 side plank here. So we're gonna have our legs bent at 90 degrees. You want the knees in line with the hips, elbow right below the shoulders, other hand on the hip. Big chest, 30 seconds each side. Here we go. Hips up high and just holding. So I'm trying to actively squeeze my butt, trying to actively get those hips up the whole time, and making sure I'm really pressing that bottom arm through the floor. That's going to keep my back turned on, enhance my stability, and make sure my shoulder is staying nice and safe here. So breathing slow, guys. And we're going to transition to the other side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're going to flip. Same thing. Elbow below the shoulder, legs 90-degree angle, hips forward, hand on hip, big chest, and press through. 30 seconds. Here we go.
Palms underneath the shoulders,
Once again, how much can you squeeze your butt? How much can you keep your hips up? How much can you press that bottom arm through the floor? And we're almost done, guys. Go ahead and relax in 3, 2, 1. Down and finish. Whew, that was an intense 5 minutes. But if you go ahead and stand up, walk around for a second, you should notice much less pressure in your lower back. All of the trunk muscles and all of your leg muscles should be engaged, feeling solid. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.